Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I ended up reshooting. This is a reshoot to the intro to my Memorial Day video. And as I was going through the video, after about 4 or 5 stops and starts and getting kind of keyed up because it is a fairly sensitive day to me, I decided to just let it run and go with what I had. So bear with me as I get off track and go off on the tangents when I talk about some of the issues facing veterans today, because I do think Memorial Day is a time to think about those as well as mourn for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and pray for the families of those that were left behind. With that, let's go ahead and well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to another Memorial Day. Before we get started with anything else, there's a link in the description of the video. It's to a channel called Life is a Special Operation. The gentleman there created a video that comes across as if he is speaking to one of his friends that paid the ultimate sacrifice in combat and explaining about his dad, his or her dad. Go check it out. It's very poignant. It's much better than this video is probably going to be. Just go check out the video. It's very touching. It really is, and does bring Memorial Day into focus for a lot of people that may not be thinking about it the right way. You're here with me. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you don't like what I have to say, go ahead and hit dislike and let me know in the comments what you don't agree with. Memorial Day is the day where we mourn the sacrifice for those that have, where we mourn for those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. And if you've been in the military over the last 2 decades, you know someone or a whole lot of people who have paid that price. You know that their families to this day mourn their passing. They decided to pay the ultimate sacrifice. And in getting ready for this video, I started thinking about something. And I thought about it before at various times, but if you came in the Army when I did in the 90s, then it was a very different place. The Cold War had ended, was ending, had ended, and it was a lot of training. We did do a lot of things. You had Bosnia, you had Kosovo, you had peacekeeping in the Sinai, you had little things here and there, Somalia, you had upticks in Korea. But after 9/11 happened in 2001, it was a whole different world. And anybody who joined the military after that point, regardless of what service they joined, knew down deep, regardless of what some recruiter told them, what they were getting into. They knew they were going to end up going to war. And they chose to do that. They chose to sacrifice for the greater good. And we welcomed them with open arms. And some of them did not make it home. And there's mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and children and spouses that still mourn for them. So what I would ask with Memorial Day, it doesn't have to be somber and sad. You can celebrate their lives. You can be proud of the sacrifices they made, but never forget that the reason we live in the country we do, the reason we have the freedoms we have, are because men and women, generation after generation, have chosen to put their lives on the line to protect it. And Memorial Day is for us to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. What I would like to add to that is you have others who have who, because of underlying difficulties, have taken their own lives. Think about them on this Memorial Day and their families. Think about the ones that, because of issues they left service with, self-medicated, or those are still sacrifice. They still paid the ultimate sacrifice, whether it was a lack of care, whether they didn't reach out for care, whether it just wasn't effective for some of them. But it's not just those that die in combat, it's those that die along the way. And that's through taking their own lives, that's through accidental overdoses. Every day, people are still affected by what they saw and the changes to their life based on their time in combat. Nobody leaves the same way they got there. I actually had a discussion about a week and a half ago with my sister's former husband, who was a career Marine, great guy. I've known him since he was 16 years old. And he's working through issues, as we all are. And we're all at various stages of it. And I know going through VA, sitting in group therapy sessions with Vietnam veterans, there's guys still working through it from Vietnam. And you can say what you want about the care, but it's there. So reach out for it. Reach out and check on your battle buddies. Make sure they're doing okay. Just a quick message. Hey, how you doing? So out of all your friends list through social media, just reach out to one person you served with and make sure they're doing okay. And do that on a regular basis, not just on Memorial Day, not just on Veterans Day. Do it every day. Just reach out to a different one. And if you know they need help, then be open to talking to them and be part of the solution, as opposed to somebody who just ignores it and hopes. Because ignoring it and hoping isn't going to do anybody any good. And be honest with yourself about where you stand. What are you going through? Because next Memorial Day, I don't want to find out that you are one of the ones I should have reached out to. I want to find out that you're happy and healthy, or that you're working your way through a recovery program, or that you're finding your new normal. That's what I hope for everyone. So on this Memorial Day, let's make a deal with each other. And this is to my subscribers that are veterans. A lot of my subscribers are veterans or they're family members of veterans. Reach out to them and let them know you're thinking about them. Let them know you understand they're going through a tough time and they may need some space. But be careful with how much space you give them, because too much space becomes distance. And that distance leads them to feel isolated and alone. Making the ultimate sacrifice doesn't just happen in combat. It's happening every day at home for some of these men and women. And we as a country owe them a debt of gratitude. Even their fellow veterans owe them a debt of gratitude. But the way we repay that debt of gratitude is by being there for them, by being open, by communicating with them. Because once those clear lines of communications are open, then there's no telling how much good we can do for each other, because everybody's got their problems and everybody's got their issues. The question is, are you open to helping other people with theirs, as well as doing your self-assessment and addressing what issues you have? And then find whatever you have to hang on to, because some days that may be the only thing that gets you through. On this Memorial Day, we mourn those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, both in combat or here at home, because they couldn't address the demons they brought home. We pray for and we're there to support the families that they left behind. And we will never forget the sacrifices that was made by both them and their families, because they didn't serve alone. Those families served with them. With that, everybody have a good evening. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And go check out Life as a Special Operation. Not just the one video. It's a great video, though. It is a great video. Basically a conversation or a letter that you would write to the child of somebody you served with and watched and were there when they paid the ultimate sacrifice. But he's got a bunch of other good stuff on his channel for aspiring special operators, be that Rangers, Special Forces, SEALs, MARSOC. He's got some workout programs. He's got some videos about different schools that you'll go to. It's a pretty good channel overall, so go check that out. And with that, everybody have a good evening. Be safe. Take care of your families and reach out to your battle buddies. Some of them really need it right now, more than you may realize.